Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 2, Final Exam Review. Remember to show every step and to write your final answers on the lines. Okay, so solve each system by hand. You may use your calculator to check your answer. So if I'm solving this by hand, I need to decide if I'm going to do substitution or elimination. And since the x's and y's are on the same side, I'm going to use elimination. So what do I want to cancel, the x's or the y's? Yeah, I'd cancel the x's. So what do I need to multiply to get that 5 to be a 10? Well, I would multiply by 2. And remember, when I multiply, I have to distribute to everything. So that turns into 10x minus 12y equals negative 18. I didn't multiply anything to the bottom, so that stays the same. And then we're going to add everything up. Well, the x's cancel like I wanted to, but the y's cancel too. So everything cancels on the left side, that's 0. And then negative 18 plus 18, well, that's 0 as well. And we're left with a true statement. When the variables cancel out and we're left with a true statement, our answer is infinite solutions. All right, number 2. Now, number 2, the first thing I notice is that there's a variable by itself, and the variable is y. So when a variable's by itself, I circle what it equals, and then I'm going to plug it in. Okay, so I have 2x plus 3, and then I'm going to plug in the 2/3 x minus 3. This is called the substitution method. And that equals negative 12. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is distribute, and I'm going to distribute the 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and it's going to be a positive 2. 3 times 9, or 3, I just said the answer. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. And then I need to combine like terms. And when I combine like terms, they both cancel, and I'm left with negative 9 equals negative 12, which we all know, yes, we all know that that is false. So our answer is no solution. Okay, number 3. Number 3, once again, you need to decide, do you want to cancel the x's or the y's? Now, I don't like to multiply a lot, so I want to cancel the y's because they're the same number. They're just both positive. So to change that, I'm going to multiply the bottom by negative 1. And that'll turn that 5 into a negative 5. So the top stays the same. And then I'm going to distribute this negative 1. So that turns to 3x, turns to negative 5y, and then it turns to a positive 21. And then just like I wanted to, the y's cancel. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then I have negative 11 plus 21, which turns to 10. To get the x by itself, I need to divide. And we get that x equals 2. So x equals 2, I'm going to get a point. Now I plug back in, and I can plug back into the top or the bottom. I'm going to do the top. So I'm going to plug in a 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 5y equals negative 11. I'm going to subtract the 4 to both sides. So we get negative 11 minus 4. Well, what's negative 11 minus 4? Yeah, negative 15. And then divide both by 5. And we get y equals negative 3. So the point where those two intersect is 2, negative 3. Okay, and number 4, the x is by itself, so I circle what it equals, and then that's where I'm going to plug everything in. Okay, so I have 6 times 1/2 y minus 3 plus 2y equals 12. So I need to distribute 6 times 1/2, or half of 6. Half of 6 is 3. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Combine your like terms. What's 2 plus 3? 5y minus 18 equals 12. Add 18 to both sides. We get 5y equals 30. And then divide both sides by 5. We get y equals 6. Okay, so in our point, I know that y equals 6. So to figure out what x is, I'm just gonna plug it in. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So we get 0, 6 is our final answer. Okay. Number 7. Which of the ordered pair below is, or are, not a solution to y is less than negative 2x minus 4? Okay, keyword not. All right, so as I'm going to graph that, right away I know that the less than symbol tells me that it's going to be open, and it's less than, so it's going to be below. All right, my slope is negative 2 over 1, and I'm starting at 0, negative 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph. I am starting at 0, negative 4, and I am open, and I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and I'm doing that in both directions, okay? So 1, 2 over 1, 1, 2 over 1. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase every other one just so you can see that my line is dashed. Okay, so I am creating a dashed line. Well, I would be creating a dashed line if my pen worked, so hold on a sec. Okay, I'm back. I got my line to work. So it is less than. So less than means we are shading below. Okay, so here I am shading below the line. And Okay, so we're trying to find which ones are not. Let's look at our first one. Here's A. A is negative 7, negative 3. So there is A. Oh, we'll match the colors. And A is a solution, so sorry, we got to cross check. Okay, B. B is negative 3, positive 7. So B is not a solution, so B works. C. C is 7, negative 3. And I'm sorry, guys, but that is not a solution. Okay, D is 7, 3. Is D a solution? No, D is not a solution. What about E? E's at 0, 0. Oh my gosh, look at all these things that are not a solution. And then finally, -2, 0. That's a tricky one. What do you guys think for F? Well, remember, that's open, so technically that is not a solution. So, oh my gosh, all the ones that are not a solution, we had a lot. Okay, we had B, C, D, E, and F. Oh my gosh, almost everything except for A. All right, number 5. Y equals 3 over 2x plus 4 and 5x plus 2y equals -8. So we have to graph these. My first one, I know that my slope is 3 over 2 and my y-intercept is 0, 4. Okay, so it's 0, 4 I start. I go 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. And I'm doing that in both directions. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, those are both lines. There are no absolute value symbols, okay? So there are no V's. You need to pay attention to what it's asking you to do. Okay, and now that other guy, we gotta solve it first. So we have the 5x plus 2y equals -8, and we need to solve. So I'm gonna subtract the 5x to both sides. We get 2y equals -5x minus 8, and then divide by 2. So y equals -5 over 2x minus 4, which means our slope is -5 over 2, and I'm starting at 0, -4. So if I go down 5 over 2, I don't find my point, so I need to go in the opposite direction. I find where they intersect, and I'm going to go one more point, just to help me draw that straight line. Okay? And there we go. And we get our point where they intersect, which is what? Yeah, -2, 1. All right, last one for this video, and then I'll do a video for the backside. So remember, we need to look at the inequality first. The inequality is telling me that this is open and above. Let's see, we are 3 over 1 is our slope, and I'm starting at 0, -5. Okay, so 0, -5 is where I start. I'm open, and I go up 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1. Okay, and I'm going to make a dashed line because this is open. All right, and I'm going to make a little note to myself that I have to shade above. So above, above. Now, once again, we have to solve our second inequality. So I'm going to add the 4x to the other side. Don't forget that that's negative. It's a -5y greater than or equal to 4x minus 35. And then when I divide by a negative, I have to flip. Don't forget that rule. So we get y is less than or equal to -4 out of 5x plus 7. Okay, so that tells me my slope is -4 out of 5. My y-intercept is 0, 7, and that my line's going to be closed, and I need to shade below. Okay, so it's 0, 7. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and those are the only points that I can do. I'm going to connect the lines with a straight edge, have my line go all the way through the graph, and I want to shade below. Okay, so I am below. If I'm labeling these, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need to be below the blue line, so I'm going to get rid of 2 and 3. And I need to be above the red line, so I get rid of 4. And that tells me that my answer is 1. Sorry, I'm doing a really fast job with that. I know I should be ashamed. Let's make it look a little bit nicer, Mr. Grice. Okay, so what's a solution? A solution is anywhere in the shaded area. So I just went right there, and that's the point 0, 0. Okay, I'll make that look a little bit nicer, but that's it for the first part of the video. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 2, Unit 2, Final Exam Review. Thanks for watching.